All right, thanks for joining us today for this quick look at Blackheart. He is from the X-Men Rise and Fall set, number 55. We're going to take a quick look at what makes him so good and then break it down on the battlefield on how you can use him, some basic strategies with him. But let's take a look at his card first. He's coming in, he's number 55. He has the Hellfire Club, Deity, Monster, Mystical, and Ruler keywords. He has two traits. The first trait is Leadership. When Blackheart uses it and succeeds, you may instead generate a Hellfire Club guard on click number 1. Also in that trait, he has Power. Turn all friendly Hellfire Club guards to click number 9. We're going to look at the Hellfire Club guards also in this video today. His second trait is, if a character has been KO'd since your last turn, Blackheart deals penetrating damage. In that trait, he also has Free. Once per turn, for all characters with this trait, KO a friendly Hellfire Club guard. If you did, remove all action tokens from Blackheart, heal him 1 click, and after resolutions, he can use either Charge or Run and Shot as free. Okay, we're going to break those down into detail after we take a look at his special defense power. He has Stop, Mastermind. Blackheart has the Cosmic Energy symbol. When this click is first revealed, generate a Hellfire Club guard. Okay, as you look at his dial here, if you play him at 150, he's coming in with 8 clicks. If you play him at 75, he's coming in with 4. Those 2 stop clicks are here at the end. Okay, we're going to break down a team using 2 of him, one at 150 and one at 75. He's super good with those stop clicks at the end. You could even play 275 or 375 dials, and you'll still get almost the same utility out of him. All right, he does have the flight symbol. He has a 7 range. If you play him at 150, he's starting with an 11 movement run and shot, 12 attack with energy explosion, 18 defense with impervious, and a 4 damage with outwit. And we're going to look at him without any equipment on him, but of course things like the power gem gets him to even a stronger stat line. If you play him at 75, it's not much of a step down from his 150 starting line. He'll be starting with a 10 movement run and shot, 11 attack energy explosion, 18 toughness, 3 damage with prob. The 2 stop clicks there are going to help preserve him, though, so the reducers, it's not a huge deal on which line you get him on, because your opponent's going to have to get through 2 stop clicks. Now let's break down that first stop click. So click number 7, if you get hit onto that, what will happen is the stop will activate, gives him Mastermind, gives him Cosmic Energy, so he's going to be able to keep that. He can't be outwit. Aside from any characters, of course, that ignore the stop clicks or that can take away your team abilities. But on the majority of characters, you're going to have Mastermind that's protected from outwit. He also then pops out a Hellfire Club guard the first time that click is revealed. So you can put that adjacent to him, and then there's your automatic Mastermind fodder for the follow-up attack. So if your opponent does hit you onto that first stop, then they attack you again, you can Mastermind it, then they have to attack you again, and the best that they can do is get you onto another stop click. And then on that second stop click, so click 8, notice that in his stop power there, it says when this click is revealed, not when the power is revealed. So that means he'll be popping out a Hellfire guard the first time click number 7 is revealed, and then again the first time click number 8 is revealed. So he's going to be very hard to KO there at the end of the dial. Now the way that interacts with some of his other traits that he has going on is he's going to be popping out a Hellfire Club guard on click 7 and 8. He can then take the free action. So if your opponent does not follow up and you still have your Hellfire Club guard there, you didn't have to use them to take the Mastermind damage. You could free once per turn for all characters with this trait. You can KO that Hellfire Club guard, remove all action tokens from Blackheart, heal him 1 click, and then he can use Charge or Run and Shot as free. So if you get here on to click number 7 and you still have your Hellfire Club guard there on your turn, if you wanted to, you could, he's going to have a power set of Flurry, Blades, and Outwit. Now you have a couple options. You could do your action to KO the guard, putting Blackheart onto click number 6. Since the guard was KO'd, if anybody is KO'd since your last turn, he's going to be dealing penetrating damage. So on click 7, you activate that second part of the trait, KO the guard, puts him on click number 6. Since somebody was KO'd, it's going to be giving him penetrating damage. So now you're looking at a Flurry, Blades, Penetrating. Also, you'll be able then to use the free run and shot or charge. So depending on how far away the characters are, you can charge in 4 for free, Flurry Blades with the penetrating damage, and then you could take an actual action because both of those things were free. It was free to KO, and then your charge run and shot was free. Then you could follow up with an actual action to Flurry, Blades, and penetrating damage. So that can give him a huge damage output there on click 6. Then, if your opponent's still alive, what they're dealing with again is another stop click. You wouldn't be popping out a guard if you just already did that. But then they got a stop click and a stop click to deal with after you did all that penetrating damage. Okay, what he also has going on here is if you play him with 2. So what I like to do is a 150 and a 75. As you get your leaderships and you pop out your Hellfire Club guards, you could take a power action with one of your Blackhearts to turn all of those Hellfire Club guards onto click number 9. They become super good attackers. We're going to look at their card in a second. But that Blackheart has turned them on to click number 9. They can go in, do their super good attacks. Then your other Blackheart could KO one of them, being down here on the 75-point dial, somewhere in there. They could KO one, take their free run and shot, and then follow up with a power one. What that does then is it leaves you the ability to kind of choose which one. So in that example, your 150 is taking the power action. That leaves your 75 one free to take the free KO and then get a free run and shot, and then or charge, and then follow up with a power to do whatever their power set is. If you find that your 150 is on a better click for the free followed up by a power, then your 75 can take the power action to turn your Hellfire Club guard. They can go in with their attack. Your 150 can take the free action to KO one, follow up with a free run and shot or charge, and then follow up again with a power run and shot or whatever else is on their dial. So it allows you the chance to get a bunch of attacks all in the same turn with 2 Blackhearts. If you play a single one, you still get a lot of cool stuff that you can do. So you can take the power action, then you can take a free action to KO one of the guards, and then you can follow up with a free run and shot. Or maybe you don't want to turn your Hellfire Club guards on to click 9 that turn. You want to get Blackheart to basically get 2 attacks. So you can take a free, KO one of your Hellfire Club guards, do your free run and shot, and then follow up with your power run and shot. Now, keep in mind that when you get your free charge or your free run and shot, you can just move it to close distance. Blackheart's already going to have a very far reach. On his lower dial, he's going to be able to run 5 and shoot 7. On his top dial, he'll be able to run 6 and shoot 7. If you are far away, and that is not enough of a reach for you, when you do your free to KO and take your free run and shot or charge, you could just use that as a movement, as a pseudo movement. So you can activate run and shot for free, move 5, maybe there's no targets. Then you could take your power action to do run and shot, move another 5, and then shoot 7 away. Okay, you can do the same thing on your top click. You use that first one as your free, move 6, maybe there's nobody in range, then you can take a power action to move the rest of the way to get to your targets. All right, let's take a look at Hellfire Club Guard. Now, these Hellfire Club Guards are what Blackheart can bring into the game. What you have here is they have a trait which gives them adjacent friendly characters with Hellfire Club keyword can use Mastermind, but only to choose Hellfire Club Guard. So that basically gives your Blackheart Mastermind anytime that Hellfire Club Guard is next to him, not just on his stop clicks. Now you'll see when they get popped out, they're not too bad just at their regular dial. Now keep in mind they are not bystanders, so they actually are going to be 25 points. So you're going to be giving up some points if you choose to KO them. So you want to make sure that you can make up for that with the amount of damage that your Blackheart's going to be doing. But when they get popped out, they're going to have a 6 movement running shot with 6 range, 10 attack with pen psi, 17 toughness, and 2 damage. So 2 penetrating damage with running shot, not too bad. They'll be able to move 3 and shoot 6, gives them a reach of 9, and that's not too bad either. So they can do some damage just as they get popped out. But when they get turned on to click 9, it is just a single click. Their defense is going to go up to 18 with toughness, but they become super good here. They're going to then have their special movement power, which gives them flight, charge, and flurry. That's going to be combined with blades and exploit. So charge, flurry, blades, exploit on the 25-point character that you've turned on to click number 9 is super good. 18 defense, not going to be the easiest thing in the world to hit, and toughness means that they can withstand things like poison. But what you could do is when you turn them on to click 9, they can then charge, flurry, exploit, blades. They are a single click. If you want to then follow up with your Blackheart, you can KO them and then go ahead in and hit them for even more damage. So you have huge damage output here. And then again on Blackheart, you're going to have huge damage output there. So potentially you can be dealing out a ton of damage. All right, let's take a look on the battlefield on how you would use these guys in action, get an idea of what that looks like. All right, let's break this down on the battlefield, see what it looks like. Now we're just looking at a core build here. We're going to say that we're playing the Blackhearts at 150 here and 75 over here. So that's a 225 core build. And then you can build around that, maybe some equipment, some other figures. What I'd like to do on this one is there's a few figures that allow you to re-roll leadership of adjacent characters. And since Blackheart, a lot of what you're going to be using them for is to pop out these Hellfire Club Guards. You want the highest probability of being able to hit your leadership rolls. Okay, but let's take a look at what we got going on here. So we're going to say that they've popped out 2 Hellfire Club Guards so far this game. Now they're at the beginning of their turn. They've moved up into position. Here's their opponents. We got a Hulk and a Thing across the board from them. Now, what you could do on this turn is we're going to say that both Blackhearts are on their top click at their respective point values. So in that case, your higher point one has the better stats. It might be worth it for him to be the one that you want to keep clear from the initial power action. So on the lower point Blackheart, we'll take a power action to turn both Hellfire Club Guards onto click number 9. What they can do then is they can do their charge, flurry, blades, exploit. They can go up to 5. So they could go across here, get an attack on this one. And we can just say that these opponents here, let's pretend they have a super long dial. So you have a potential of 6 penetrating damage and a flurry. So you have a potential of 12 penetrating damage from that little figure. Okay, then the second one can do the same thing. He can maybe go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make his attack from over there. And do the same. Has potential of 12 penetrating damage, which is insane. Okay, then you could take a free action with your higher point Blackheart to KO one of those guards if you want to just maximize the amount of damage that you can do. Maybe KO the one that's in the way. Okay, then he would be dealing penetrating damage now since a figure was KO'd. And he's going to be able then to immediately use free charge or running shot with that 12 attack, 4 damage without taking into account any equipment that you might put on him. So he could just charge right up there. He could run in shot, shoot in right from where he's at, no need to move. So depending on what the defenses are on your opponents. If they're better for you to go up close to them, then you can do that. If they're better for you to be shooting them, then you can do that. Okay, so he would then have a potential of 4 penetrating damage on whichever target he chooses. Then he could take a power action to then do his running shot that he has on dial and take another shot at one of those guys. So another 4 penetrating damage. So that's 12, 24, then another 4 for 28, then another 4 for 32 potential damage with 4 actions here. So that's insane. Should be enough to take down most any figure in the game. With your lower point one, you're going to have a prob sitting there in case you're not themed up. And if you are themed, then keep in mind whoever you bring onto your team can always use the theme prob. So you'd be having a theme prob there and one here available to you. Keep in mind that Blackheart is also Mystic's team ability. So as your opponent is dealing with those stop clicks, they'll also be having to deal with Mystic's damage. All right, now hopefully that you've seen what Blackheart can do. You understand how potent he is in play, both competitive and as the core of a team, but also just including one of them and then building out around them can be a great team build also. I kind of prefer this type of build with the at least one at 75, maybe both at 75. I've seen a tournament team with 3 of them on there. So there's a bunch of options on how you can build around it. Fantastic figure. The popping out of the Hellfire Club guards, they're great on their own once you're able to turn them on to click 9. And then really tough to KO unless you have somebody that can get past those stop clicks. The Blackheart team is super good. Let me know in the comments below if you've played them and how you've built out around that figure. And thanks for watching today.
Check it out. If you dig what we do, go ahead and like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.